Hey everybody, it's that time again. It's time for Monday Moves and Chat. We hope everybody has had an amazing Monday and we are excited about what we're going to talk about tonight. It's a fun conversation, it's going to be an informative conversation. So, we are really excited about what is going to happen this evening. While we wait on everyone to start joining, again, we just hope that everybody had an amazing Monday. Um, Before we officially get started, do want to say rest in peace to James Earl Jones. I know that news has been across everybody's timeline late this afternoon, and rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. Um, I know at one point in time, like every song on the radio was Rich Homie Quan from like 2014 to like 2016. So definitely want to share our condolences to those two families. We're going to wait for people to start joining and we are going to officially get started. Hey, Ashley Cakes. And we're going to be missing Ashley tonight and we're sad. I'll cry later. But we hope that everything goes well. And if you let us know, we need to come fight somebody because we'll go fight. We'll do it quickly. But we're going to wait on Quinn. And tonight we also have a special guest. So that's the other part of tonight's show. We have a special guest that's going to delve into our topic with us tonight. So we are super excited. We're going to wait for some more people to come in. I see people joining and I don't have my laptop open. So that's my fault. I clearly suck tonight, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. Hope everybody had a great Monday. It is finally starting to cool off. This is my type of weather. I got up this morning and I was like, ooh, I can put on a hoodie. And that made my day even better. So, love this type of weather. I'm so over it being 95, 98, 101, 102 degrees here in South Carolina. So, we're finally getting to a place where we're calming down. And hopefully it's going to stay like this because we all know South Carolina weather is bipolar. So we never know what's going to happen. So we're definitely gonna see and hope that this is officially fall weather. Probably not though. It'll probably be summer in like 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens. Just waiting on some other people to join. I see some people joining. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. Again, we are excited about tonight's conversation. We're going to talk about... Actually, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till everybody gets on. But the topic is something that surprised me, especially knowing that it happens a lot in our community. I was not aware that it was a big thing. So we are excited to talk about it. I think a lot of people that are watching will be surprised to know some of the facts that we found out just from researching. So it's going to be a fun conversation. Hey, Kendria. So we're going to wait on Quinn and our special guest. And we're going to officially get started. Again, hope everybody had an amazing Monday. I know Mondays sometimes are the Mondays, but hopefully this conversation is going to make everybody feel a little bit better and have a good ending to your Monday evening. I see somebody sending me a message. I'm sorry, I can't see it right now, but hey, y'all know technology is not my friend. I'm sorry. My apologies. Also, if I could just get a thumbs up from everybody, I hope the sound is going well. I know normally that's my issue, so. Hi, Gwendolyn.
Hey.
Thanks, Ashley.
Hey,
I was just telling them that
Ash.
we were going to wait to announce our topic when
Oh,
our
yes.
our special guest joins, because, yeah, I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see how this goes.
actually like I joined a group on Facebook
Share it.
now, but it was very informative
Share it.
because I was definitely prejudgmental. I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was prejudgmental. So I think joining it and being able to get in and see some of the topic conversations and some of the posts that other people were making, like I was like, oh, this is not at all what I thought this was.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very pleased and very surprised.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll definitely have to share. I think y'all can probably get in too because I think I had to answer like one question, if I'm not
Gotcha.
mistaken. Yeah, I had to answer one question. And I don't have my laptop. Can you share?
I'm okay. I am. I'm trying to work on it now.
You're the awesomest. Don't let anybody tell you any different.
I appreciate that.
You are. You are.
I needed
Smiles,
one.
smiles, smiles. So while we're waiting on our special guest and we're going to announce our topic, I hope everybody had a great weekend. I actually had a busy weekend, but a good weekend.
Okay.
Had the opportunity to coordinate and direct a wedding for a couple. Amazing wedding, beautiful couple. So congratulations to Tiffany and Monterey.
Congratulations, you guys.
Yes. And I tell people all the time, if you have a couple that's easy to work with and then their bridal party is easy to work with,
I know that makes all the difference.
oh my God. Like I was just like, oh, I'm not having to yell or be like, no, I need you over here. It was like, let's go, let's
Okay.
roll. Like it was really good. So
Okay.
I really, really appreciated that. And they had an amazing wedding. Just it was good. It was really good. It was really good. And I saw Beetlejuice. Don't judge me. When I was younger, Beetlejuice was like one of my favorite movies. So
Oh, I thought that was code name for somebody. Oh, you saw the actual movie
I
Beetlejuice.
saw the actual no, no, I saw the actual movie.
I thought that was a code.
No, I
I
actually
thought
saw
that
the
was
actual
code name for
movie.
somebody, girl.
No,
Sorry.
the original Beetlejuice was one of my favorite movies when I was younger. So because it was one of my favorites, I literally was like, "Oh, I want to go. I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go." And I had like a really long week, just like a really long week, like a really long emotionally draining week. So that was a good like break for Friday night
Uh-oh.
to
You
go see
still there?
Beetlejuice. Can you hear me?
Now I can. I lost you for a second, but I'm
Oh,
just
okay,
on my connection, not my Wi-Fi. Okay, we're good.
okay. So yeah, it was good. It was some parts where I was like, this is a bit much, but I got where they were going with it, trying to kind of feed in parts from the original, but it was cute and funny all in all. So I liked it. I
So
liked it.
there is a new Beetlejuice movie out. I've been
It
under
came out Friday.
a rock, apparently, so I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Um, but I do know that I guess that's why they put out that Beetlejuice soda. Have you seen that? Have you
Mhm.
tried
Mhm.
it?
Mm. I ain't that crazy.
I like it.
Is it super sweet though?
It's Fanta, so Fantas are sweet. But don't judge me when I say this. When I drank it, I felt like I was in the fall aisle of Home Goods. If that makes sense. I felt like pumpkin spice and apple cider. Not it has an apple cider taste to it.
Oh, I don't want it then.
I love apple cider,
Really?
so it felt like fall to me, and I really liked it. So I told my coworker, and I don't know if she. No, I'm not friends with her on Facebook, so she wouldn't dare see this. But I don't befriend a lot of workers. Anyway, um, I really like that. So she's supposed to bring me a case of it, but I really liked it.
I saw the soda, but I did not try the soda. I did not try the soda, but you know what? I may have to take a sip of it just because like I said, I do love the movie, so it was like an enjoyable break from everything, and it brought me back to childhood because I used to watch Beetlejuice every day when I came home from school.
Okay.
So my movies were Beetlejuice,
Mm-hmm.
Ace Ventura, the first one, not anything after
Okay.
that, the first one, and then and then
Go
Love
do
and
what,
Basketball.
Rim?
Don't drink the soda.
It's so good. It gives
I
me
don't think I want
sparkling
it either.
apple cider type vibes. It feels like fall
Okay.
to me. I ain't got
I
no.
might do like a smidge. We'll see.
Or mix it with something.
I must say I can mix it. Yeah, I can
Mhm.
mix it. I can
And
definitely
it's
mix it.
green, so you can probably add it like one of your fall drinks.
See, I have a shot called apple cider, so I'm gonna have to see. We'll see. We'll see.
This could be a green apple teeny.
Here you go. Trying to get everybody intoxicated.
I was gonna grab my cup before I came over here,
I
but I didn't get a
know.
chance to.
I know.
It's
Been
been
running
a
around
day.
all day. Well, I think our special guest is going to join in just a second. So we'll
Okay.
introduce the topic. Like I said, this is surprising to me, but our
And I'm in the
topic,
dark on this topic, so I'm just going to sit here and be enamored with everything
enamored.
that I hear and figure out if I'm gonna sign up.
You're so silly. So, our topic tonight is about polyamorous relationships. And I'm gonna be honest, my
Mm-hmm.
view of a polyamorous relationship was that this is just somebody who wanted to be with multiple people, and it was only to be with multiple people sexually.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not the case.
Okay.
There are different forms of being polyamorous. A lot of it is basically where you are choosing to have relationships outside of like a marriage or a committed relationship. It's just considered non-monogamy.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize there were so many groups, especially in Columbia, South Carolina, that
Really?
are, yeah, and especially for us. There's a lot, yeah, and it's called. I'm not good with sharing. Kendra said, "Oh, I'm not good with sharing." Hey,
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 girl.
but it was definitely like surprising to me to know
Oh.
that there was a lot of that happening amongst our community,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, okay. Then I delved into a show called Searching for Brother Husband, and that was interesting too. But
Oh,
yeah, give us just a
girl, you
second.
have
We're
to
going
sing that one.
it's on Hallmark, TLC, one of them. Let me get
Searching
our
for brother
special.
husband.
It was interesting. It was interesting. So we're gonna get our special guest in,
Okay.
and we're excited. We are super excited. Hello, Q.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
What's going on, ladies? How
Good.
y'all
How
doing?
are we're good? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling.
Good.
Thank you for
Same old
joining
stuff,
us
different day.
tonight.
Yeah.
It's a
Thank
pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thanks for
thank
having me. I'm happy to be
thank
here.
you. So what we're gonna do, Q, is we're going to let you introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then we have some questions, and that's going to kind of open up our conversation. So I'll let you introduce yourself. Tell us all about the Q man. That was
The
corny.
cute
Just tell us
man. That's
about yourself.
hilarious.
Q Meister.
Well,
That's even
oh
cornier.
God, Jesus. So I'm Q, Q Allen on Facebook. I am married, polyamorous, married for 15 years, polyamorous for 13. Um, and it's been a hell of a journey. And I'm a photographer, I'm a stand-up comedian, I'm a father, um, all those good things. I'm also one half of the amazing polyamorous podcast known as Not For You. That's KNOT, the number four, the letter U, and the U stands for untraditional, unconventional, and unapologetically us. So feel free to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that other good stuff. And that's the end of my shameless plug. But yeah, that's me.
Okay, okay. So now you did talk about the podcast, Not For You, and I've listened to the podcast.
Mhm.
And shout out to your wife. Your wife is gorgeous.
Thank you, thank
I'm
you.
jealous of her hair. So I always am. But tell us about the reason for starting the podcast and sharing so much of y'all's relationship with the public.
The podcast really was started. It really came out of a space of just trying to create a safe space for African American people to talk about this because a lot of people, they all feel like oh, that's the thing that white folks do. No, that ain't what this is. It's a huge gambit of people who exercise and practice this lifestyle, and it came to me honestly in a dream one night, like no bull, because we always talk about stuff, whatever, within our polyamory, just relationships and all kind of stuff. We talk about all these things just one on one, me and her together. So it was just like, why not just bring this out there to the world? You know what I mean? So, like I said, it came to me in a dream, and I was just like, I got up 4 o'clock in the morning and wrote it down like word for word. It was like, not like, I spell it KNOT, like tie the knot, because it's relationships or whatever, and the number 4, and for the 4 U. So it's and it still means not for you, because it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? But that's the way that it evolved into what it was. But it was just having those conversations on our own. That was really the main trigger. Was just like, forget it. Like, we might as well just go ahead and start talking about it, and let's see what happens. And that was 4 seasons ago.
Wow.
Awesome.
Oh,
4
wow.
seasons. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yep.
So, what made, or what caused, or what discussion 13 years ago between you and your wife that said we're going to be polyamorous?
Well,
Like,
it's
what?
First, before you answer that,
uh
before you answer that, who came up with the idea first? Was it you?
nope, it was her.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, took you back with that one.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, she had to clutch her pearl. She
Right.
Right. I did.
Yeah, but yeah, it was her idea. Like, because how it started is, like, when we were dating, I knew that she was bi, and I had always had that. It was never a thing of, no, you can't do that, or don't do this, don't do that, whatever. My thing was always, just tell me about it. Like, just let me know what's what. You know what I mean? And that was what it was. But when we had the conversation, we were exploring with, having threesomes and stuff like that, and everything. And somebody that we were actually seeing at the time, the three of us were just sitting around and had a conversation, and we're just like, what would it look like if L, my wife, if L was to date other people or whatever, or to see a guy or whatever, and wanted to do. Of course, I had the typical male response of, hell no, I'm the only dick she need. Like, I don't mean to talk like that.
Mhm.
Can I talk like this on y'all show? I don't want to. Okay, all
Have
right, I
your
don't want to.
way, Q.
Okay,
You're the
okay.
Q Meister.
So yeah. So we had the conversation, and I was just like, but when we said, well, like I said, when that response was mine, I was just like, it is what it is. But then we later had a conversation, and I was like, and she told me, she was like, well, why is it okay for you to do your thing or whatever, but it's not okay, or I have to have boundaries and limits and set on mine? And I was just like, wow, like, that's some real shit. Like, so we had a conversation about it. We researched it. We looked at some YouTube videos, some blogs, and all kind of stuff, and just trying to figure out what would this look like for us. So for us, it just started off as being in an open relationship or whatever. And with that, it was just the physical. It was based on just physical attraction, and we'll go have our fun here and there, and then that's it. There's no type of an emotional connection. And with as time progressed, we learned from each other, just like the randomness, or just a physical connection with somebody, well, just a sexual connection with somebody, is something that we don't really want. We don't want just that. We would like to actually have a relationship with this person, whether we call it a relationship, or it's just a strong friendship, or a real life friends with benefits type situation. Whatever that looks like for us, that's what we want. So that's how we progressed into being poly. And it was a lot of all kind of stuff. It was a lot of sneak fucking. It was a lot of, like, just bad conversations. It was a lot of difficult things that went on, but it worked us through 13 years later. So, you know.
So, I'm going to be honest. Like I was saying before you joined, like, I prejudged, because the first thing I think about when somebody says, well, I want to be polyamorous, or I want an open relationship, is I'm thinking you just want to have sex with somebody else.
True.
But I did my research, and I realized that a lot of it is just not sexual at all.
No.
It's like you just said, it's someone just wanting to have that additional relationship with somebody. So has there been successful relationships with other people in y'all
Yeah.
13 years? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we both have had successful relationships.
Okay.
I'm in a relationship where actually we're about to celebrate 2 years next week.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
it's just like, it's those types of connections. We want those lasting connections. You know what I mean? Of
Right.
course, we have had connections where they don't last in that space, and we've had to transition it to being just a friendships. And sometimes some of those relationships don't last to the point where we don't even talk to them no more. But we've had relationships on all of those spectrums.
Okay.
Okay, now in these relationships that you guys are having, have you ever experienced jealousy?
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely, yeah,
And how did you guys deal with
definitely.
that?
Jealousy, the biggest thing with jealousy was the communication, was being able to communicate about what we're feeling, not be dismissive of each other's feelings,
Mm-hmm.
being accepting to this is how you feel, I understand how you feel, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? And being able to communicate those feelings and understand why we feel the way that we feel, like help me to understand why I'm jealous or whatever. Like if it's an episode of the podcast where we talked about it, and we were talking about a situation where her boyfriend at the time wanted her to go to a concert with him, and the concert was to see an artist that me and her like were on together. Like this was, I put you on this motherfucker. Like how you know what I'm saying? You don't share
Yeah.
that with
You
him.
don't
No, he
share.
not.
Right.
You
No,
don't
he can't
share.
go see him. He better go with somebody else. He can't go with you. So that was and this was years in. This was like
Mm-hmm.
within the last like 5 6 years. So this was some recent feelings. So being in that space, knowing that, okay, why do I feel this type of way? Because she's doing something else with somebody that I felt like was just moments for us. Like these are just our
Mm-hmm.
moments that we're sharing. We can't do those moments like that. But that put me in a space of putting a cap on how she's loving and how she's building within this relationship. And I can't do that because she doesn't do that with me. So you know what I mean? So it was understanding that this is how I feel, this is why I feel the way that I feel. Let's talk about it, and then we move on from it. Like let's not dwell on it too much, but then we just go from there.
Okay.
Okay. So, has there been any relationships where someone has questioned or talked about marriage to the point where that was actually discussed?
No, for me
No.
that's never come up. Mainly because like I let that be known like
Okay.
off top. Like that's my
Okay.
hard stops is marriage and kids.
Okay.
Because I'm team fuck them kids. My son's 17 years old and he about to get out the house, so I don't want. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like how it is. Those are my hard stops, and I let those be known up front. So no, it's never come up.
Okay. So we did have some people that just joined. So
I
just
know
a
Junior was
reminder.
asking what's the topic for tonight, and we are
Yeah.
talking polyamorous relationships. Am I saying that right?
Yes, that
Yeah.
Okay.
is correct.
Yes, we're talking polyamorous relationships. And I know Kendra also stated earlier that she's not good with sharing. Have any of you felt like that in this relationship about the whole sharing aspect?
Like you asking me or
Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
like wait, say it again. Let me make sure I heard it
She
correctly.
said that
What?
she's not good with sharing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh, uh, I've come across people and I've had relationships and connections with people that have had that
Mm-hmm.
mindset themselves. But me personally, it's like I don't own you. Like I don't have that whole idea of sharing. I don't look at sharing like that way or whatever.
Okay.
So for me, it doesn't. It's never been that. It's more so just been little small nuances of things like going to a concert with somebody. Like it's been stuff like that. It's never been to a point of like, no, this nigga can't have you, and I don't want to. No, it's not. No.
Okay.
Got you.
So I know you talked about kids and you have a son. So is your son aware of the polyamorous? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, we had
So
that. He's 17. We had that conversation when he was like 14. Yeah.
okay. Do you think that he may go into the same type of relationships once he's complete adult age or
Well, he has to like people first, and he don't like people at all. Like this dude, he's a loner, so he got to get to that stage. Then
He's a
but he's
teenager.
a teenager.
Right.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
so it's hard for me to gauge, like, just because knowing his personality and knowing how I was at 17, it's
Mm-hmm.
harder for me to gauge. Like, okay, he's nothing like me at 17. Like he's not in that. Watch, hey, what's that face for, bro? What's that?
I don't know. I guess I felt like your son was gonna be just like, because I don't even know how long I've known you, Q, but I remember like meeting you and your personality was just like, hey, I'm Q, and I'm like, who is this dude, and like who are you, like, and I guess I just figured your offspring was gonna be the same way, so I figured
No,
he would
he's real reserved.
really
Yeah, he's really reserved. He's really reserved. And I just let him be in his space. Like,
okay,
he's into the whole comics and rock music and stuff
okay,
like that. So he's
okay,
one of those. So I just let him be in that space. So,
all right,
you know.
okay, okay. Quinn, did I miss any
Um,
questions? I hope I
no, that's
didn't.
all the questions so far.
Okay, so I got one. Hold on, because I ain't got no glasses on.
Mm.
Hold
Girl, you
on.
might as well go ahead and join the team. We all sitting here with our glasses on.
Oh,
Blind in the
Right.
mud. I was trying to adjust my little light and try to see if I could move this thing so I wouldn't get the rings in my light in my eyes too
mm-mm.
much.
Mine is
I
in
just
my
gave
work
up on
bag.
that.
Mine in my work bag.
And I gave up.
Okay, so this question says, what would be your piece of advice for a couple that's thinking of going into a polyamorous relationship?
Um, Probably have the difficult conversations, have the conversations about it. Like,
Okay.
talk about your 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 discomforts, the things that you aren't comfortable with yet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because we have an episode called Rules Are Meant to Be Broken. Like in that episode, we talk about like how we put all these rules into place, and many of those, if not all of them, over time have either been broken or we've just wiped them off the table because they were made to protect our feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like whoever had that rule, it's made to just protect their feelings or whatever or something like that. It's their personal. It's a personal thing a lot of the times, and we learned that having those conversations and talking ourselves through it made the big difference. So for
Okay.
anybody that's new going into it, definitely have those open lines of communication. Don't feel like you can't talk to anybody or your friends about whatever you might have going on or whatever you might want to experience within this space. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And also try to build a friend circle or
Yeah.
whatever. Go to some people that you can trust. Listen to some podcasts and go online. Do your research more
Yeah.
than
Mm.
anything, and don't try to make it a fix, because that's a big thing that a lot of couples that I run into, they try to make the relationship the issue that they try to make polyamory be the fix for whatever issue they're having, whether it's
Mm.
infidelity or whatever. It 9 times out of 10 in my history and just what I've seen, it does not work out, because you're only doing this to make it seem
To
like, oh well,
appease.
he gonna do it anyway, so let me just
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and just be, I'm gonna just say we poly. But you can't do it though. That's the flip side. Like, you can't do it, but he can, and you're only making it okay for him to do it so that you don't feel no type of way, and
Right.
you can't put yourself in that space.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So we do
I missed the
have a
question.
question in the
Yeah.
chat. Joseph asked, "Do you do swinger parties, or is that something different?"
No, that's something different. But um going into the lifestyle, like making the transition into being polyamorous from being open, going into the lifestyle swinging, that was a part of that transition. And we did that for a couple of years. Like, I didn't want to go into it. Like, I didn't want to just take it into that space. That's why I said what I said earlier in regards to to how to word it and going into that transition. But yeah, we dabbled in swinging and stuff like that or whatever, and that's what we run into a lot of the more physical relationships that were
Mm-hmm.
strictly physical,
Mm-hmm.
and that was where we knew, like, okay, this ain't really our thing. So, like, even like right now today, I consider myself lifestyle friendly because I'll go to a party every once in a while, but 9 times out of 10, unless I came with somebody that I already know, I won't play in that space. But I just like
Okay.
being around like-minded people and being in that free space or whatever.
Okay.
That's why I go to Jamaica every year in June. Shout out Hito. Um, but uh,
Okay.
but yeah.
Quinn,
I just left Jamaica. I ain't see nothing.
Oh, you didn't go to the right part then, sugar. You got to go to the grill.
you
Go
was
to
in, but
hedonism.
you went in July.
You can go to hedonism. You can go to July, June,
My
whatever. It don't
resort
matter.
was right beside hedonism.
What, you went to Sandals?
No, I was at Oh, you would ask me that, and I just forgot. The Royalton.
Oh yeah, you was
We
right next door. You could have
right
you
next
could have looked
door.
out to the nude pool over there.
I miss.
So Quinn,
I
you
missed
missed
it.
out.
I missed it.
You
Let me
missed it.
You
rebook.
missed
It
out.
was a
Hold on.
party. Yeah, you missed that.
Look,
Goodness
let me
gracious.
rebook.
And
Yeah,
you
go
that
ahead,
means
book.
that
You can
means
get
you
a
could
day
have
pass
had.
too if you want to. You can get a day pass. Yeah, they let you come on there and you can mingle and see some people and see how things are or whatever, you know.
Wait, because my
And
friend Cherie is the one that went with me to Jamaica. And she's like, what? Okay.
got to, Teddy.
Cherie,
Got to.
Cherie, you missed it. You missed it, Cherie. Y'all missed out. Y'all going back. It's okay.
We're going back.
I'm going back.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely go. Definitely
Okay.
go to Hito. It's an experience. That's another episode. I'm plugging the podcast, so please
Right.
So let's do
come on
this.
out there.
Let's plug your podcast again so
Yeah.
that people can go watch, and we'll I know I have
Go
it, so
ahead,
I
put
can even put
it
it
in the chat.
in the chat. Yeah. Hey Brandy.
Brandy, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere, Brandy. Where I
I
come
always,
from.
I always forgot that you're that Brandy Brandy's my god sister, so
Yeah.
yeah. And then
Brandy used to
Ryan's a
work right down
travel.
the street.
Yep, and then Ryan's a travel agent, so y'all go ahead and plan these trips.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
We
we can
plugging
go ahead and
everybody's
put a group
business.
together and
Y'all,
make it happen.
y'all go ahead and plan these trips.
Right.
So go ahead and plug your podcast.
But yes, the podcast once again is Not For You. That's KNOT. If one of y'all can put it in the chat, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
Yes,
I'll
I
do
don't
again.
want to grab my phone and have to do all that. But it's Not For You, KNOT, the number 4 and the letter U. So look that up, Not For You podcast. It's the same on Instagram, Not For You podcast. And like I said, it's available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, and a couple of other platforms. So
Okay.
check it out, please. And I'm
Well,
revamping it
thank
right
you.
now. So
Okay.
be on
Cool.
the lookout for some new stuff. But get caught up if you haven't listened. It's 4 seasons and it's an amazing show. It's literally just a bunch of
Yes.
conversations that me and my wife having in regards to polyamory, relationships in general. We have episodes with our family. It's a lot of different, aspects that we're talking about or whatever. And so it's not just polyamory, it's relationships all as a whole. We even talk about some mental health. I got a really dope episode on mental health that we're both talking about, and emotional hoarding. Like it's some real serious
Wow.
and deep conversations and a lot of truth and a lot of funny. So
Okay.
definitely, please check it
Okay.
out.
Cool.
I have a
Well, thank.
question
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes.
before we wrap everything up. So
Mhm.
spiritually, what do you guys like? What is your view spiritually?
I'm I consider myself spiritual. I don't really consider myself religious. I grew up Baptist.
Okay.
Um, so of course, I do know the word, and there are parts of of Christianity's teaching that I do still hold. That I think continue to keep me grounded and stuff like that. But as far as like attending church and stuff like that, that's not really what we really do in regards to it. I'm
Okay,
not
that's what I was
against
going to ask.
it
I
though,
didn't
but
know how your spirituality plays a part in you guys' lifestyle choice.
yeah, it really doesn't. As far like I said, it continues to keep us grounded or whatever,
Hmm.
just knowing the word and just being able to know that we can pray and and there's something higher than us that we can turn to or whatever. So both of us still hold that belief. But as far as like just organized religion goes,
Hmm.
we don't really, move in that space too much.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Q. Don't end yet though, because you're gonna have to do our last segment with us.
What's that?
So
Yes, you
we're
are.
gonna put you
Because
on
you're
the
our
spot. Yeah,
guest.
we're gonna put you on the spot.
Oh, I didn't
So
know I was gonna be the guest the whole time. You should have told me.
oh,
What?
I ain't tell you. My bad.
No, you didn't tell
So
me. You need me to come back? You did.
no. You can just stay. You can just stay. So we have a segment called "It's in the Cards."
Okay.
So it's based on some cards called Tonight's Conversation. I know you probably see that all over like TikTok and
Mhm.
all this other stuff. So what we do is we just pull a random card. Sometimes it has to do with our topic. Sometimes it doesn't. We
Okay.
answer the questions, which means you have to answer the question. And then the persons that are watching, they're able to answer the question in the chat too if they choose to.
Okay.
So tonight's question is: what are your 3 top pet peeves in the opposite sex?
I'm
Q, you go
going first.
first. Yeah, you go first. Just
You
you're our
go
guest.
first.
Goodness.
Because I got
3
more than
pet
3.
peeves. I was just gonna say I'm trying to wind it down to like top
Right.
3 because I got a couple.
Right.
Um, but I see, I don't want to generalize it to just all the.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and be generalized today. We'll take it today.
The ability to the women. I have a pet peeve of women who choose not to see logic and rather act out of emotion versus logic with a situation. You know what I mean? Like if I'm telling you something because I know it, I'm telling you this because I know it. I already know the outcome. I already know that this is what's going on with it, and I know this. I'm telling you that I know this, and I can provide proof. You would not go just because you don't want to be in that space or you don't want to go there. You're not going to see the logic in what I'm saying because you're emotional at the moment because you're dealing in and you act on that. So that's a big one. And the not listening when we're having conversations. See, I knew I was going to see you already ready. You ready. When I say not listening, I mean not listening to respond, but listening to really take in what's being said. You know what I mean? Like I don't like that. Like why are you you're not hearing anything that I'm saying? You're not. You know what I'm saying?
You take it too
So
long. I'm joking.
that's another thing right there. That's my third one right there. I'm out.
You're impatient. You're impatient. You're impatient.
The level of patience.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
But yeah, those probably are my really my top. Like, you know what I mean? And also women that curse excessively. I don't like that. Like just for no reason. Like you just every other word, like you know what I mean? Or like they cuss at their kids and stuff. That's just too much.
I'm just trying to add some razzle dazzle to the conversation.
Right.
I mean, but yeah, but you know when it's just too much. You know when, you know what I mean? You've seen those people.
Yeah.
You've seen those people in public and stuff. But like those are probably and that last one is a rare one, but it's cringy to me sometimes. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
But that's
Carla.
it.
I called your name before you could call mine.
She was ready too.
Yeah. So, top 3 pet peeves in the opposite sex would probably be inconsistency. Um, being complacent. I have an issue with men that choose not to want to do more or go further in life. They're just kind of like stuck and they don't want to do anything else to do anything else. Not just with opposite sex and same sex. Like y'all gotta stop.
Yeah.
And men that don't address their emotions. So I think a lot of times when you have men that act out or they're angry, you know, they have attitude for no reason, they snap. I think it's because they don't actually acknowledge what their emotions and how they're feeling because they think it's soft. So because of that, they have this horrible disposition about themselves, and it's so unattractive. Like go sit on somebody's couch, because that's the worst. Like I can't stand that. So
I just found out today that term now is called crashing out. That's what the new people call it. The young folk.
Not the young folk.
The new
Like me 73.
Right.
The young folk.
You know, I'm borderline in the elderly home.
I ain't never thought we was gonna be in them conversation spaces.
Right. That's what the younger generations refer to as crashing out. But okay. So my 3 pet, I gotta narrow it down to 3. I got a list. But
did you already know this question before I pulled the card?
No. But I have a running list in my head. I don't know what to call this. But if I tell you I like something and you don't do what I like, then I don't like that.
Okay.
Give us an example.
Like,
No.
Like if I tell you, oh, I love flowers.
Okay.
Randomly get me flowers. Now if I go start buying my own flowers, then why you here?
Is there a time frame that when they start doing these?
It have to be like that very same day, or maybe not even that week, but just randomly get flowers. Like,
okay, that's realistic.
Be thoughtful about it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen to what you're saying.
Right. I think the emotion thing that you
because all right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so the emotional thing you said as well. I like that. That's on my list. Okay. I don't like that. Be able to express yourself. I don't like that. Let me think of another one that can. be in my top 3, I guess. I just don't like, I don't know, today I don't like a lot. But I don't like liars. Like if I catch you with a lie,
Mm.
because I'm an
And they stand
investigator.
on it.
I'm an
What do you mean you
investigator.
investigate?
Oh,
You one of them folks that go through phones?
no, I don't have to go through a phone.
Okay.
But
So
I
when you
will.
investigate, you just mean you're gonna follow up on a lie if you're gonna have your facts straight. Got you. Okay. I got you.
And
But
my
see,
memory's bad, but I remember what I want to.
Lord Jesus. Well, see, mine is different. Like, I don't investigate, but I feel like once I start asking questions, like if I ask you a question, it's because I already know the answer, and
Right.
I just want to see what you're gonna say. So if I say to you 3 times, so where were you again last night? I already know where you were.
And with the are you sure?
Right.
And they still lie.
Sure. I don't do the are you sure? I'm just like, oh, okay.
Right.
And in the middle of another conversation, but where were you again? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So
I ain't got time for all that. I ain't got time to be keeping up with lies and stuff.
right.
I was
It's a
at
whole
where I
other
was at.
job.
I feel like
Yeah.
we're too grown to lie. Who you gonna get in trouble with?
That's it. That's
Thank
it.
you.
You're an
They
adult.
can't, but a lot of people can't face that. They can't fathom the fact that they're being honest and somebody might feel some type of way for a minute, but they'll appreciate you for your honesty in
Right.
the long run. If they're an adult, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but some people don't look at stuff like that. They don't fall into that space.
My theory is always the same. If you tell me the truth about what's going on, I'm good. But if I hear about it and I learn about it in the street or for somebody else, or if somebody comes to me as a woman and wants to tell me something,
Woman to
I'm now
woman.
I'm mad. I'm mad because you could have told me.
Right.
You could have
Because
just
if Barbara and Shirley have to get on the phone together,
It's a problem. It's a problem. Yeah. You
go
ain't
ahead
gonna
and
do
call
all that. That's always been my
Ambulance
thing
Glenn to
too.
tell them to reserve my spot. Because I'm a crasher.
I ain't going to jail.
I ain't
I
gonna
ain't going to
mean
jail.
to, but when I black out,
I ain't gonna mean to.
I'm
I
done.
don't mean to.
That's
I'm
bad.
done.
But
That's
when it
bad.
fades to black,
Mm-hmm.
I try my best not to. And we bless the Lord.
At all times. See, I know stuff. I ain't always
Look
been a
at you.
heathen. That's what
Y'all
my
y'all would actually like
cousins
each other
say.
because both of y'all sing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do
Yeah.
that.
You
Yeah,
sing cute. I don't sing.
a little bit. A little bit.
You don't sing. You don't sing in your sleep. Is that what you meant to say? And you probably sing in your sleep. You probably hum. So, like, what you mean? There's a really.
Thank you all for joining Monday Music Chats on this wonderful.
Goodness.
Oh, now so we're done.
You wasn't ready for that one.
We're done. Do we want to announce next week?
Yes, please. Because I know you have the list.
So that's it for me. Y'all done with me?
No,
Y'all
you
still?
Thank you
can
so
stay
much.
until we leave though.
You stay right
I did
there.
what?
You can actually
You
stay
stay
until
right
we
there.
leave.
Y'all just
And
gonna put me just
yeah, because actually you may be interested in next week too. I didn't think about that. But just stay
okay.
until we leave.
Yeah.
So we are approaching episode 10. Surprisingly. So this is episode 9 of season 3. So episode 10 is gonna be the last one of this season. We'll take our break and then we'll come back. So episode 10 is going to be about Black Greek life.
Oh.
And these people that are choosing to denounce sororities and
They
fraternities, or
that's all. That's
we know your
I'll
opinion.
follow up next week, but that's stupid. Like you gonna pay all that money.
I'm not with all the Greek life. That sign you just threw up. What was that?
That's the yo, baby. We the noobs. Yeah.
Oh, the Kane guys. Gotcha.
The Kane guys.
You know, I typically make my own name for things. I'm
That's
sorry.
what it is.
I'm learning.
Okay.
Like I have a couple of friends whose husband is the squiggly leg guys. I don't know what their names are. The ones that do the, you know what I'm talking about.
You talking about the Qs?
No.
What's their color?
Blue.
The Sigmas? Oh, you mean the little I know exactly what she's talking about. guys. Oh my God. That's hilarious.
I'm just saying.
That's funny.
Yeah, Cherie.
Wow.
Cherie know me. She said the Sigmas. Yeah. Sorry.
That's funny. I have
Okay.
heard it all.
And then,
That's yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm gonna
So
come
it'll be
back
an
next
interesting
week because I
conversation.
gotta get in on this one. Yeah.
This is
I'll be back next
very
week.
interesting. Yeah, okay.
Right.
But that's next week's topic. So if you choose to send us any of your thoughts before next week, again, you can always inbox me, Quinn, or Ashley. We miss Ashley, but we hope all is
Right.
well. She'll be back next week. I know she was watching, but I don't think she's on anymore. So again, you can email us at mmchat3, the number 3 at gmail.com if you have any thoughts or anything for next week's show. Again, that is going to be the last show of the season, and we'll take our break and we'll be back. So again, thank y'all so much for joining. Q,
Thank you. Make
thank
sure you
you
share. Thank
so
you for
much.
joining us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for
Oh,
having me. I
and
appreciate
thank
it.
y'all for the people that have been subscribing to the YouTube channel. So
Right.
we
Because we're on
appreciate it.
YouTube.
Because we're on YouTube now.
We're
Yeah,
official.
Yeah, so you know, you got some shows from season 2 on YouTube. You got some shows from season 1. You pretty much got everything from season 3. You got some shorts and stuff that, you know, just some stupid moments that we've had.
Nice.
I'm still not quite sure the short, the one that we were talking about, the top vacation and where we were going. And of course, I was the one that was like, we just need a balcony. Yeah, that one has like so many views.
Right,
so,
because the balcony part is important.
I was trying to see the view. That's all.
Or be the view.
I was trying to see the view.
Yeah.
Go ahead, be the view.
Okay.
Gotta see. These big eyes got to use for something.
You know what?
So,
Okay.
So thank y'all. Thank you, Q, again so much for informing us. Y'all definitely go find Q's podcast on everything. Make sure you listen and
check the chat. I put all his information in the chat.
There. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Make sure. Thank y'all. I see a bunch of people joining still, but thank y'all so much for joining. And y'all come back to see us next week at 7. Y'all have a great night. There you go. Yeah. Watch it on YouTube because it's gonna be on YouTube in about 10 minutes.
Right.
About 10 minutes. But thank y'all so much for joining again, and y'all have an amazing night. Bye, y'all.
Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
Thanks.